Keith asked about Dash. Yeah, I put Dash up there. I think all of these they look terrible. They are terrible. Where is this going to open? About $2 higher. So I don't know, maybe 105. Put a sell limit in at 104, 103 and a half, 104. I think I might just do that. I feel like I want to do something, sell into one of these. I mean, they look so bad empirically. And so, I use these opening. So let's see. I am going to throw some chum in the water. Maybe just sell some at 103 and a half and Dash. Let me see if it's on the list. So I just threw an order in to sell Dash at 103 and a half in the pre-market session here. It's trading at what, 102 and a half.
Cameron asks, so are we to change the trade setup from last night on Dash?
You could leave it. You could do both if you're really aggressive. You could sell higher and then leave the stop, sell stop there. And if it comes down, pick you up and you'll have two positions. Depends on, how you feel about it. So, to me, this just is a kind of a way of kind of limiting my risk. So my view is that, I'm thinking that my risk is to yesterday's high or 108 and a half. So it's about a $3.5 to $4, $5 risk at 103 and a half. And then I kind of said, well, it's going to gap here and it's going to keep going higher. I mean, look, anything can happen. So I just, want to get an entry, see how it feels. I may just light out of it, quickly if it doesn't look like it's. So, I mean, put it this way, putting a sell stop is much more of a confirmation. And, if it opens higher and keeps going higher, then, you're not putting, no harm, no foul. So that's probably the best. It's always probably the better way to do it. I just use these pre-openings, to see if I can get in at a thing. If it opens up here, I think I can hang out and take a look and see how it feels. And I don't know, who knows? I might just dump out of it very quickly.
So what about something like Coinbase? Because that's up like a couple of bucks in the pre-market.
Yeah, it's in this area, it's support, but I wouldn't want to buy it. So, that's the other thing is like, I wouldn't want to sell this because then, I always look at kind of the path. So if you contrast Dash and Coinbase, you can see that now you got this little interference here by virtue of the last 2 days. You got to kind of cut through all of this stuff below 140. Where, if Dash starts clearing, yesterday's low, it's got much more of a runway. It's just kind of all this obstruction is way over here, if that makes sense. So it's got some runway kind of lower. It's a path lower. So, this is a kind of, again, a clash of patterns. Are you able to see these charts? Because I know it's pretty light on mine. So
I can see them clearly.
I don't know if it comes out clearly, but, so, to me, this was like a trading low. I don't think this is a sustainable pattern. This is a long-term downtrend. And now, you got the flip side of a, pattern that looks like it's going to put it right back in the long-term trend. And so you're basically sitting at or closed under this neckline yesterday. So, you know, if you kind of just hop above here, I don't know, you know. So what I'm saying is that if it starts clearing these lows, there's like kind of no obstruction. You know, these prices are way over here. So it's built some distance. So I always say, you know, in order to start, you know, the other way. So when you have a thing, market just doesn't drop like that. It needs to kind of build some space so that it can, you know, go the other way. And, you know, that's what this thing looks like. Now, you know, I always do these opposite visualizations. You know, could this be a kind of a funky, you know, double top, double bottom, and, you know, set the stage for a bit of a rally here? I mean, there's, you know, anything's possible. So then I just see how the prices conform. So if I kind of get short up here, I think I can hang out, see it. I don't think there's a real threat of it going like that. So it's just an area where I think I can, and if it starts going, I will start selling through new lows. I will add to my position. So I'll do both. I just feel like if I can get it up here, my risk is much smaller than if I get it down there. So that's kind of why I use these pre-openings to, and my conflict is that the market tone seems somewhat firmer. So I don't know how that will translate.
So you can see, yeah, 45 is 1.3 million.
$1.3 million short.
So pop out a profit for 118,000 there.
So you can see how this is going crazy now. You can see how the market just going nuts.
I bet like $1.6 million on this position. I'm showing right now $23,000 gain.